Hi, my name is Kyndal, and I'm a part of Iota Chi Sigma Rower Club, and I'll be reading The Hill We Climb. When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light? In this never-ending shade, the lost we carry a sea we must wade. We brave the belly of the beast, we learn the quiet isn't always peace, and norms and notions of what just is isn't always justice. And yet dawn is ours before we knew it. Somehow we do it. Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of country and a time where a skinny black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother, can dream of becoming president only to find herself reciting for one. And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but this doesn't mean we're striving to form a union that is perfect. We're striving to forge our union with purpose. To compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. And so we lift our gaze not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our futures first. We must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so that we can reach our arms out to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else say this is truth, that even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, that even as we tired, we tried, that will forever be tied together, victorious. Not because we'll never again know defeat, but because we'll never again know division. Scripture tells to envision that everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. If we're to live up to our own time, then victory won't lie in the blade, but in all bridges we've made. That is the promised glade, the hill we climb if only we dared it. Because being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we step into and how we repair it. We force that would shatter nations rather than share it, would destroy our country if it meant delaying democracy. And this effort nearly succeeded, but while democracy can periodically delay, it can never be permanently defeated. In this truth, in this faith, we trust. For while we have our eyes on the future, history has its eyes on us. This is the era of redemption. We feared it as its inception. We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. So while we ask, how would we possibly prevail our catastrophe? Now we assert, how could catastrophe possibly prevail over us? We will not march back what was, but move to what shall be, a country that is bruised but whole, benevolent but bold, fierce and free. We will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation, because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. Our blunders become their burners, but one thing is certain, if we merge mercy with might and might with right, then love becomes our legacy and change our children's birthright. So let us leave behind our country better than the one we were left. With every breath from bronze pounding chests, we will raise the wounded world into a wondrous one. We will rise from golden-limbed hills of the west. We will rise from the windswept northeast where our forefathers first realized revolution. We will rise from the lake-rimmed cities of the Midwestern states. We will rise from the sun-baked south. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover in every nook of our nation, in every corner we called our country, where people diverse and dutiful will emerge battered and beautiful. When day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light, if we were brave enough to see it, if only we were brave enough to be it.